So this is going to be a quick look at this Temracha 4.2 volt cordless screwdriver. So before I get into the review itself, I just need to sort of say that the brand Temracha actually sent me this product as a free sample so I could evaluate it and then do a review of it. Not that that's going to really change my opinion, but I do have to disclaim that. So this is a neat little cordless screwdriver. There's a ton of these on the market, but there's a couple things I really like about this one compared to some of the other ones I've had the chance to test and or own. So this unit, this is the original packaging that it comes in, but it's got this neat little box that, and I just kept the box because it's a great way to keep everything organized. So I'll refer to the box a little bit throughout the video. But this little cordless screwdriver actually has 3 different torque settings on it. And so hopefully you can see this. When you push the power button, you get that's the lowest setting. And then if you need more strength, you can go to that one. And if you need additional torque, you can go to the third one. And that's basically the strongest torque setting that it has. And basically with this, you've got an electric screwdriver, and this one goes either way. It does forward and reverse, and this is forward, and you just push that to run it, and then reverse goes backwards. It also has 2 flashlights built into it. One is built in right here, and hopefully I'm hoping you can see it when I do it, and hopefully you see it light up on my finger. So you get a little work light on whatever you're working on. But then also, if you hold the power button down for just a second or two, you get a rear light that comes on as well. So you could use it as a mini flashlight if you needed to in an emergency. So that's kind of basically how it works. So in addition to as part of the package, you also get 3 driver heads, and I'll go over these real quick when I get them out here. You get 3 driver heads, and the driver heads, in addition to the 3 driver heads, you also get a bit set, and I'll come back to that. But the 3 driver heads you get what they call an extended slotted screwdriver bit, and then you get an extended Phillips head bit, and then you get this sort of bit holder. And so the smaller bits are designed to work with this unit, and they just fit right in, and then you can do the driving as you need it. So you get 10 bits with it. Hopefully you can see this. You get 10 bits with it, and these are kind of 10 popular size bits. So you're getting 3 different sizes of flathead screws. You're getting 4 different Phillips head screws in different sizes, including a one that's a blunt end versus a really sharp end. And then you're getting 3 popular Torx bit sizes, a T15, a T20, and a T25. And this is a 1/4 inch driver. So if you ended up having a bit where you needed one of these bits that come with it doesn't meet your needs, or you need something more specialized, as long as you've got a 1/4 inch driver, as long as the bit is based on a 1/4 inch drive, it'll also fit in this. So it shouldn't be an issue. But just to sort of kind of show it in action, the other thing to mention too is the actual bit attachment here is a collar type of setup. And so you have to push it forward, insert the bit in, and then let it go down, and that locks it in place, like so. And the bits just kind of come out and fit in like so. The bits they feel magnetized. Yeah, they are. They're magnetized. I thought they were. And they won't come out like that. But then if you need to use the screwdriver, you just push the forward button and it does its thing, and then the backwards button, it does its thing. So this is really kind of probably, I've had this unit now about 2 weeks, and I've had a chance to sort of test it and put it through its paces. Oh, I forgot to mention something important. Sorry about that. This unit is actually rechargeable. And so hopefully you can see that. It's got a USB-based charging port right here, and then it comes with a USB charging cable. So you don't have to buy batteries for this, which I really like. I constantly forget about things, battery runs down, and I don't have the right size. I got to go buy a whole set of batteries. This I like a lot more because you plug this, you can plug it into, if you have a wall mount adapter, so you can plug it into a socket or a wall outlet. You can charge it that way. You can plug it into a computer, charge it that way, because this is USB based. And then of course the charging port's right there, and it's behind this little cover right here. Hopefully you can see that. But I like that a great deal because it just makes it easier to do. So let me get back to what I was saying. So I've had this unit about 2 weeks. I've had the chance to use it kind of several. I had a couple different little projects that came up, and I wanted to try it. But then I also sort of was playing around with it to try to see kind of how powerful it was and what it would do. And just based on kind of my kind of assessment, I'd say this is like a light to medium duty type of driver. It's not going to be the same as a drill based driver, where you've got a handheld drill. This is more of, like I said, medium to light duty, and it's designed to push things in and make them go faster, so you don't wear out your hand trying to do things over and over again. But in the 2 weeks I've had it, I've been fairly impressed with what it'll do. I kind of had, I don't want to say I had my doubts, but I wasn't sure if it had enough juice to kind of last that long, and I wasn't sure if the battery life was all that good. And so I actually got it out and a couple of days ago and used it several times and kind of intentionally tried to see if I could run the battery down. And the battery actually held up really well. I got use out of it for probably almost an hour of not quite continuous use, but using it repeatedly over and over and over again. So I was impressed with the battery life. And when you do plug it in, the little torque settings will come on. And as it powers up, it'll start out on the lowest torque setting, and then it'll go to the next one. Then when it maxes out at the third one, then it's fully charged. So, and it takes about, I didn't run it all the way down, but I ran it pretty low when I was testing it. And it took it about 2 hours to charge, give or take a little bit, about 2 hours to charge. So it didn't take very long, and it was back in action, ready to go. So if you were looking at one of these and you weren't really sure and you don't know the brand or anything like that, hopefully something I've said was useful to you and might help you make a more informed purchasing decision.